It's Week 12 of the National Football League. And we'll see the Bears' veteran linebacker, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Bears and the Jets, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Bears in this one. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where it can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. First carry now for David Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Fields. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Dancing away at the 30. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Carter. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Carter. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Wilson. A throw to the flat for Carter. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. His throw incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Carter will try the right side.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to the ground with Carter.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A toss left side for Carter.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And able to connect with Berrios. Touchdown, Jets! Braxton Berrios, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Well, in the process of that kick return, it appears we had an injury.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. The Bears had a woeful 2-9 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Second and 5.
Now it's Simeon.
That's the tight end, Jesper Horsted. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And he finds Beasley, complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Fields. He'll find Harry on the right side. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jackson.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
This is caught. Touchdown. Cole Kmet, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
They'll check this one down to Carter. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Wilson. toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carter.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Now it's Wilson.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half. And on third down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. There's Wilson to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll complete this one to Berrios.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Carter.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Wilson.
That's a screenplay here for Carter.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Carter straight ahead.
Gets past one man. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. Touchdown Jets. Braxton Berrios with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Jets have taken the lead.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a Jet touchdown.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. Catch is made by Harry. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
First down, Chicago.
Now it's Fields. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Fields now to throw. Now this one caught by Beasley. And he will have the Bears 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. A give. This is Montgomery. And room there to work it inside the 25. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That one complete to Horsted. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Bears are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that joke college stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away from the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Jets get going again, led by quarterback Zach Wilson.
And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be. The line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them. And the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. The Jets on 3rd down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This is 3rd and 4.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carping them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? Always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
And defensively, you're going to have some guys with hands on hips looking to the heavens right now. You've got a fairly clean shot at the quarterback here, but he's able to worm his way out of that initial contact, and not only that, he's able to hot-foot it downfield for good yardage.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Fields on 3rd down. And they try to set up the screen, but that almost disaster as it falls incomplete. Very nearly a turnover, but it's 4th down. They snap it to Fields.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Landon Collins.
And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Now Carter to start the drive. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
A give up the middle to Carter.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Nick Bowden, his first touchdown on the year as they have taken the lead. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it 6 points on the board. Zerline now for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 45 on 2nd down, Fields. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And he finds Montgomery complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 8. To throw is Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Out of the gun, Fields. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Jets jogging out, and we take a look at running back Michael Carter.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they will begin in field goal range already as they search for a potential score. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Fields. And his throw here is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Fields. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Fields. Steps away to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12.
will get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the visiting Bills who were able to come away with the victory on the road. Josh Allen leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From Motown, we'll take the trip across Lake Erie to Cleveland to check in on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tom Brady, sharp as ever. He's got 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Mac Jones, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Well, in the process of that kick return, it appears we had an injury.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
That's a screenplay here for Carter.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. With it is Jackson. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Fields. And he finds Beasley complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Kari Blossingame, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Now the point after try for Santos. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback. Barrios deciding not to bring it out. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They go play action now. Wilson.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Carter.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Here's the option going left on second down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Simeon.
Finds Komet on the quick slant.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Montgomery back to the ground. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Fields now to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll run with Montgomery. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Out to his... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop it.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up the touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The New York set to take the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Now Wilson on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
Here's a give to Carter.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. From just shy of midfield, Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson.
A handoff for Carter.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
93 yards rushing here for Carter and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now Wilson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead.
Carter is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Well, in the process of that kick return, it appears we had an injury.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
Simeon on first down. Now Simeon stripped. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Zerline now for the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. It's a room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Now he's forced out. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And the Jets will take over. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Play action. It's Wilson.
This pass complete to Ruckert. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Carter straight ahead. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. Another run on 2nd down with Carter. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
On second down, a run with Carter. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That good for 19 and a first down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On first down, right back to Carter.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Wilson. Open man here is Conklin.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Touchdown! Braxton Berrios, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Taking it about the 1.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
C.J. Mosley getting to him behind the line of scrimmage there.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Now it's Fields.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Fields.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Carter once more.
And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the 1st down at around the 22. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Going for it, it's Carter.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
A give up the middle to Carter.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Now Carter.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jets, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bears, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.